Hey y'all, Mr. Tim's here. This video is on Foxpeed's Jump Starter. This is a power pack. This is available on Amazon. So I'm constantly going out and working on things or jump starting things like this, my old crusty four-wheeler here. And I just needed something reliable. So this is a jump starter. It's moderately priced or reasonably priced on Amazon that I picked up. And I wanted to give it a test out because I just needed something that I could keep with me in the vehicles and around, that's, you know, mobile and compact and reliable. And I figured I'd give this a shot. So here's kind of my review and how it works. Right out of the box, this is what you have. Nice compact carrying case that can stow easily in your car or wherever, work vehicle, or just in your garage, barn, whatever. For when you need it. Open it up. I like the way this is packaged. There's actually a soft pad here to protect the battery system and all the accessories here, and it's got the instructions printed on it. So here is our battery pack. This is the main tool here. So this is, of course, it has the power reading, which I'm at 81% now. It came to me shipped, it had 80 something. I charged it overnight. It just took a little bit of time to get up to, you know, 100%, which the charging cables that they gave me. So basically under this flap, I like this flap because it automatically goes back down and covers the main power source, right? Anytime that you are not using it, it flips back. I like that. Of course, you got USB power. You can charge phones on it. And they've got a flashlight option. When you hold the button here, it actually could be emergency power, which is on. I could also turn it to blinking and then turn it off if I hold it. This side, you have DC power out, and I'll show you that. That's a 12-volt connection for like a cigarette lighter or that type of plug. And then they have this USB, I think that's USB 2, correct me if I'm wrong, plug, and that's how you charge it. And also it could be an outlet for phones and accessories and things. And that's all. That's it. Everything else is the casing to protect the lithium-ion battery. It's very simplistic. It's you can see, compared to the size of my hand, it's not heavy. And so that's that. Flipping back over to this side, of course, instructions, and I'll kind of let you know what I thought about those. But this is your jump starter, which is the most apparent thing, and I'll come back to that. This is the 12-volt cigarette cigarette plug outlet that you could use for charging anything you wanted to. This is the wall box that they sent for the USB charging cable. So there's that USB 2 port I was talking about. And then all of just these few things, I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4 neatly fit on this side and stay right with the unit. These seem to be adequate, enough strength to clamp down onto your battery to get a good nice bite into that the terminal there with what you need to get good transmission. I didn't realize this, but this is actually a screen, and this is actually will give you your voltage when it's charging and the voltage of the battery before it's charging. This is where it plugs in, where I had the flap that flapped back. There's only one way to plug it in, so you can't mess it up. I like that. I like foolproof because sometimes I'm a fool. A few warnings there. So my test for this Foxpeed jump starter is going to be this old crusty four-wheeler that I always have problems with cranking it. I don't run it enough to keep the battery charged. I probably should have a trickle charge on it, but this is why I need something like this. So I don't spend the time charging, I can spend the time riding. So let's see, I've got literally no battery. Fan's barely running. Let's see if I can show you how this is a voltage meter as well, which I like. Sorry guys, I'm doing this one-handed. It's probably not best. Get a good bite in there. Let's look at our voltage. And I don't know if we can see it. Yeah, 5.7 volts. Not enough to turn that motor over. I like that. Gives me a good reading, lets me know that the battery, hey, that battery is dead and we need a little power. Process on this is simple. First, hook up the cables. Do that first. Don't hook up the whole unit and then attach it. is what I found. So hook this up. I'm gonna set this right down here, and I'm gonna set my phone down as I connect this to that. When I connect it, it automatically goes to work. Let's see if I can get down here. I know this is upside down. It's reading 15.1 volts. So it is actually charging my battery right now. So let's give it a few minutes. Just like when we jump start with jumper cables, we're gonna let that battery have time to perk up before we attempt to start it. Notice how much power I've got now. Hear that fan? Sweet. So in short, this jump starter is meeting my needs. This is exactly what I needed. I've got my four-wheeler running. So I've learned a few things about it, using it and trying it out, that you should let this charge up with a severely dead battery. Give it a couple of cycles to charge up. Now, what do I mean by cycles? So this thing has a timer, and I think it times out with the amount of power that it's going to put in there, and rightly so, because we don't want to overheat the batteries. We don't want to overheat everything, because this is a portable battery pack. So what I mean by that is it's actually stopped doing anything. It's not putting any power into my system right now, and it indicates that with 3 dashes across there. So what I've done is just remove this. See if I can do this one-handed again, guys, sorry. And place this back in there. And now it's starting over again. You can hear it working. It's putting power in there. So give it a few cycles. Let it charge up your battery if it's severely depleted. Now, if it's just a little bit, the battery was good the other day and now you're using it and just needs a little jump off, you probably could go right at it. But with this, just do that, let it cycle a couple of times, and it'll get there. It'll get enough power stored up into that battery to get you cranking. One of the warnings they gave is not to try to start the vehicle. Don't try to draw the power more than 3 seconds at a time. Don't just sit there on the start. That could really burn up your electrical systems. It could burn up your solenoids, it could burn up your starters, and so don't do that. And then it could also hurt the battery pack. And I think that's one reason why they have this, to kind of time out the process to reset. It's just to unplug it and plug it back in. Not a hard thing to do. Y'all, I'm pleased so far. If this thing can get me out of some jams where I've got battery problems and it saves the day a few times, it's going to be absolutely worth it. So I found a $10 coupon. I'm going to put down in the description, excuse me, the comments. I'll put it down in the comments. And if y'all have any comments or questions or want to see or hear about it anymore, give me a shout, give me a comment, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, y'all.